What's up, guys? I'm J-Dubb, and today we are talking all about Meshtastic. We've got little ones, medium-sized ones, all the way up to the big solar nodes that, I really like this one. Kind of like this size box too for the solar stuff, just because plenty of room to work with. Add on things if you need to, if you need modules in there for different stuff. Really nice. This one is kind of my go-to. I've got it configured. I set it at my house. A lot of times it just sets up like this at a windowsill or something. Works awesome, metal box. That's why it has the external antenna. But if we're out, doing things, this one, inconspicuous, fits in my pocket. I mean, you can see just how small this one is compared to this one. The only problem with this is battery life. But like I said, we've got some different nodes here. We're going to talk about them. We're going to kind of look at them, see what their different builds are kind of like, and I think you guys are enjoying this video. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so you can see we have our Meshtastic app down here. Let's go ahead and we'll connect to it. Now, you can see we've got some different ones that are out here. We've got our base unit, our 5F6D unit, and our PERG unit, which is the 731E. So we've got all these out here. The base unit's the one we're going to connect to. The other Meshtastic, the one that says Meshtastic there, that's the one that I just have in here that I've been playing with. That's why it signals good. But you can see at about 40 yards, that one is communicating up in the tree. I'll show you a picture of it. You can see it's up in the tree. It's about 40 yards from the house. Or 40 feet from the house, rather. So, pretty good. We're going through a brick wall. I actually have rock on the front of my house. So, we've got rock, brick, and then drywall insulation. It's all going through to get the signal in here to run off my iPad. It works perfect. Let's go in here and look at some of the nodes on the node list. So these are different nodes in my area. The base is mine, Purgatory is mine. Mill Mountain, that's one over in Roanoke, Virginia. That's about 60 miles away. And let's see, when was the last time we heard it? 36 seconds ago. That was the last time that node heard the Mill Mountain one. So really good little setup here. Let's see, we've got this one. That's another guy. 46 seconds ago we heard him. Well, I mean, you got 23 of them on here. Let's get in here and look at our messages. So we come to channel. We've got an encrypted channel that me and the family use, but let's see, nothing on the primary channel. Let's do a quick message, and let's just see if anything acknowledges it. So we're gonna wait till the acknowledgement goes away. Bam, the node was acknowledged. Odds are it was acknowledged by one of the ones I have around the house. So not that spectacular, but it's working. Like I said, it's seeing these other nodes from other areas, so it could be sending nodes out or messages out to them. I'll tell you, the way the Mill Mountain one is, it doesn't have a signal strength. You see the Purgatory Mountain one has a signal strength that says good. The other ones don't have that, which leads me to believe. Let's see if we can look up. Nope. Yeah. So we're not actually seeing those. This one we're seeing, it's got good signal strength. This is a guy that's local to me. He lives right over the mountain. It says we last heard him 20 minutes ago, so he must have his set to not, beacon out very often. Here's the little node I showed you in the beginning, the little red one. It should have good signal strength. Covington's is fair. Like I said, a lot of good nodes on here. We're seeing a whole lot of them. We've got Bald Knob up there. We've got good signal strength to that one. Brumley Mountain, it's 2 hops away from us. But yeah, you can see we've got a lot of nodes on here. Let's look at our map. So you can kind of see this is how our maps are set up and what we're seeing. These, I'm going to guess, were someone probably in an airplane. That's 1,300 feet. That's 1,200 feet. So it says those aren't in airplanes. So maybe an airplane flew over that allowed us to connect with some up in Pennsylvania. Kind of interesting. That one's 900 feet. That one's 900 feet. So very, very interesting. Have we seen any more? Sometimes you'll see one and it'll say like 35,000 feet, and you'll have a random one like over here in California or something. But other than that, here's our little node map. It's looking pretty good. Tons of different settings you can go through on the program. You can play with a lot of this different stuff. You know, you've got your LoRa settings, stuff like that. Let's see, what else can we look at? The user. Ambient lighting. This is kind of interesting because you can change that little box. I've been trying to run all mine as green. So let's see. I've been running them kind of as like this lime green. And that seems to work out. I like having all mine kind of the same color. So let's go ahead and save it. When we save it, you'll see, boom, the node disconnected. It should reconnect once the save is done. Boom. Now we're reconnecting back to the node. So you see all that? Every time you do a setting change, just about every time, you're going to have that. And it's going to do different things. So guys, this is kind of a 1,000-foot real quick overview of these little Meshtastic nodes. Let me kind of show you what we've got going on here. So real quick, we'll take this node apart. You can kind of see how we've got this one going. We've got our battery stuck to this, and we've got our nodes in here. Everything goes in, plugs into a USB-C cable, and we have this external for the Bluetooth. I played around with the internal Bluetooth, and inside the metal box, you got about 20 some yards of, or 20 some foot of Bluetooth, and it worked. Really just wanted to put the external on it to see if it changed it, which it did. It pretty much doubled the range, but this one 9 times out of 10 is either at my house. If I go somewhere, this is probably the node you're going to see that we have. I go on vacation, this is the node I take with me. It's waterproof, so I can stick it up on the, the vehicle. I can put it up. I put it up kind of like this, and I'll volley strap it to the vehicle. That way, if a stick or something hits the antenna, it bends out of the way and doesn't break anything. And that has worked out really good on the top of our Jeep. Other than that, this is kind of my favorite node. If we're going to like a hotel or something, I'll leave this one up on the balcony, and I'll take this one with me and carry it around with me, and that gives us communications back. Especially like if we're at the pool or something like that, it works out good. Play with the encrypted channels. Some of the hotels we go to have real bad service, especially when we're up in like Tennessee. I've noticed that the cell service is not great. So I like to have this one. Like I said, it's waterproof. You can leave it outside, not a big deal, and it works out pretty well. I'll just put my sticker on it. One, that way I know it's mine, and that way if someone finds it, they might look it up on YouTube. They might say, oh hey, this is, this guy plays with radio stuff. That's kind of a quick overview of it. If you guys like the Meshtastic stuff, let me know below and we'll build a unit together. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this stuff. It has been a blast to play with. It's working really well in the mountains. Like I said, I have had really good luck with it. We've got one up on the mountain. I think we'll do a video. We'll take you guys up there and show you that one, show you how we set it up. It's not in a great location because we didn't get it high enough because I ran out of wire, but hey, we've got new wire now. Maybe we can go up there and run some more wire up to it to get that one higher. It's not solar powered per se. It runs off of a bigger solar system. Guys, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more of the Meshtastic stuff, like I said, I am new into this. We are playing with it and we are having a blast doing it. My wife, my kids, they all like playing with it. So if you want to see some more videos on it, go ahead, hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel for more, and like always, take someone outdoors. All right, guys, so we got it up here, and it's not as high as I want. You can see right there. I kind of ran out of wire, and well, I'm hoping we can get it at least about 6 foot higher than that other antenna. But even from there, we're reaching nodes all the way in Roanoke, which is about 60 some miles away. We're reaching some, and we got one in Charlottesville, one in Roanoke, and one in Stanton, Virginia. So, pretty good range, even with, the antenna not being as high up as I'd like.